What's up, Outlaws? Welcome to Ghost Rider Intuition. I'm your girl Bree. I'll be your judge, jury, and executioner over here, as well as president of the Motorcycle Club. Go on and hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell as you're coming in, just so that you can keep updated with all of our investigative tarot reads, zodiac readings, as well as spiritual warfare tips and tricks to keep you strapped up in the spiritual streets. And it just helps get the visibility of the channel up. Alright, so let's get into it. Welcome to the second episode of Redemption's Way. So I didn't really have any channeled message or anything going into this, so let's just see what comes out today. Let me move my phone because that motherfucker is in the way. Alright, I call upon the Most High, my ancestors, angels, demons, spirit guides, and power animals. Please be here with me, here and now. Protect me as I channel messages, clear, precise, and accurate messages for the highest truth, well-being, clarity of all involved. Any spirits of deception, distortion, confusion, delusion, or delay must leave this place at once. Ashe. Alright, let's see. What are the messages today, Spirit? See, I like my hair. I decided to try out mini twists this time just to get my hands out of my hair, and I'm on the fence of if I want to lock my hair again, so we'll see. We'll see. So we have number 44 with home. So after going through a long journey with lots of twists and turns, somebody is finally returning to a place where they feel at home within their gifts, within their psychic development. This is like a coming home to the body, a coming home to the mind with the sun here. So somebody is coming out of a dark time here, especially with the swan being on the psychic development card here, because this is making me think of the Native American story of the swan and how it became more psychically developed by going through the underworld here, especially with the labyrinth here. And this is done through like a slow and steady progress through the daily lives, taking the steps each day to get to know the self, to get to know what you stand for and who you are. There's something here about cleansing rain as well. And taking your time as you move through the cycles of life here. This is also bringing up the message of like the tortoise and the hare, with like the tortoise winning the race because of his slow but steady nature, his discipline, his consistency, rather than the hare who, you know, thought, oh, I'm so fast I can just fall asleep and not care. And it is because of this slow and steady approach to coming home to the self that you've opened up a pathway where you can teach others how to return home to their own roots and how ultimately to grow and to have a fruitful new beginning. There's something here as well about the lunar mysteries. So, I don't even know how that got into here, but the King of Pentacles just fell out of my my crow deck. That's funny. So it is through understanding the different phases of yourself that you've come to understand your own knowledge here, because you know the the moon goes through different phases. It can seem, full in some points, and some points we don't even see the moon in the sky, but it is still there, and its influence is still always around us as well. Same with the sun. So just allowing yourself to go through these different cycles of life. What else is here, Spirit? We have battle here. And balance. So you have been through your own battles here, through this underworld journey that you've been on here. Because, if you look here, so in the battle card, we have this one bird being attacked while the others are looking on here. And in this balance card, this bird is looking a little bit roughed up. So it's like, after this period of warfare that you've been through with yourself and with others, you've come into balance and come to understand your cycles here, because there's also the moon, the full moon in this card as well. So by persevering through what is hard, you've become more fully illuminated on who you are. And this has led to freedom from the dominance of other people here. So with this battle card, we have the bouquet here. So you battle to protect the flowers of your own wisdom here. And it is through your wisdom that you've achieved this freedom, by protecting your inner beauty here. From those who would seek to attack because they think that you are in this exposed state of being. Okay. Let's see. We have Marie Masquerade with glamour, intrigue, and drama falling on top of the home. So this may be in regards to family here, with this drama falling out on top of the home. So this persecution may be like familial persecution here. With working too hard, the angel of time. This is because people thought that you were like working too hard to develop yourself and your gifts in this way. going too much too fast. They may have even questioned your sanity at a point, but not realizing that you have this slow and steady approach and that you are wearing this dress of alchemy ready to release your power, fully enlightened, fully in tune with the ascended masters, with master number 33 falling out on top of card number 3. So we have 333 here, and that your energy is truly primal here. With this dress of alchemy, this girl also has seraphim sight with the wings, with eyes. So while these people were busy casting this glamour on you as if you were misguided or missighted, you seen what the truth was the entire time here. It's too many cards, Spirit. So now you are stepping into this time of change, and as you are learning more about the gifts that you hold, the power that you hold, you are learning to use the tools that you have at your disposal to their best ability. This is including technology, this is including, I'm hearing social media, and tapping into new skills here to come up with a clear solution. And this solution with Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, as you release your power, you may find that you have to kind of ghost people who didn't mean you well here. But these individuals are going to continue to hold on tightly to you because of familiarity here and because of some false sense of entitlement here. But as you clean up your circle with those who would stick holes in your wings here, those who continue to want to keep up with you, to cast their own unclean thoughts onto you, you're gonna be finding that you're stepping into a time where you can kind of treat yourself more, with more sweetness, with more gentleness, and you can kind of indulge more of that like childlike side here. With the candy cane here, my mind is also going to Odin as the Youth Father. So there is probably a divine gift coming in for you very soon here that will help to kind of solve any problems that you're picking up on from these individuals that think you're working too hard. These tarot cards are very stiff today. I'm tired, y'all. I took a good ass nap earlier, but I guess I didn't get enough sleep still because I'm like still kind of groggy. Oh my gosh, what is up with these today? Alright. What else do we need to know about this energy, Spirit? So you're being encouraged to move forward without having anxiety, with the Nine of Swords coming out in reverse here in regards to this like cleaning up your space, cleaning up your friends list, cleaning up the energy that you have. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is again tapping into that slow and steady energy. And as you move slowly through things, this will also help to assuage your anxiety here. As you build up a stronger foundation for yourself and for having a more stable foundation here. With the Star being in reverse here, on top of it's time for a treat, it's like don't feel the need to reinvent the wheel here. If something is working, it's working. So like you don't have to feel the need to like kind of completely strip the foundation to rebuild again. Like you can build on what is already existing. It's just going to be a need to like transform your perspective on it here with Death and the High Priestess. This is honoring what's in your subconscious and healing from any sort of past pains and hurts. Casting out this feeling of separation, and again with the High Priestess being here, it's like learning to integrate. This is like honoring again the cycles of yourself here. With the Eight of Wands on top of the Glamour card and the Nine of Swords in reverse, somebody may be around you trying to cast their own anxieties, their own limitations onto you in order to distort your view at this time here. But you're cutting through these illusions with the Knight of Pentacles here through your slow and steady approach. It's like somebody may be trying to overload you. Something that you can do to kind of help combat this is you can keep, I need to refresh mine, so please excuse the amount of evaporation. But something that I do to kind of combat this is I like to keep blue water on my altar. I'll use bluing, like indigo, or you can also use butterfly pea water or tea if you don't have bluing. I'll also put camphor, and mine also has a couple other things in there. I won't share, but you can do some research and find out what you want. So what you can do with this, you can mix all of this in water and stir it clockwise as you program the water to take away any sort of emotional overload, psychic overload, mental overload. And it will just kind of help to keep the mind and the emotions clear. This is really good for like water signs to do, or people who have a lot of like excess mental and emotional energy. So this is something that can help you. I need to redo mine because it's been the end of the week. So by doing this and cutting through these illusions, this is going to help you to kind of clear the smoke and mirrors that has been cast around you. As you gain perspective of just how much of the world is available to you. This is entering into a time of planning after a time of hardship here. Understanding just how much, the world's possibilities are opened up to you. But don't get stuck in this planning phase here. Because with the Knight of Pentacles being in this, in vicinity of this card, sometimes we can get a little too wrapped up in the planning and cause ourselves unnecessary delays. But if you can do this, I see progression from the Two of Wands into the Three of Wands here as you take the appropriate action based off of the planning and the recon that you've done, and moving into this new chapter here as your ships are coming in. Yeah, and then we go from the Three of Wands into the King of Wands. So you're mastering this energy that has kind of been thrust upon you here, and moving quickly into self-confidence, into the enterprising nature of the King of Wands here. So this is inviting in more community here. Approaching everything with from a place of courage. There's also something here about salamanders, and I've actually never noticed this card also does feature an Ouroboros, except it's a salamander. So there's themes of regeneration here as well, through courage, through discipline, and through taking calculated action here in order to bring in whatever new physical opportunity is going to propel you into a new age of prosperity here. Because despite all the conflict these people want to bring to you, they don't necessarily realize that you have a few tricks up your sleeve here. So as you walk away from the negativity of the past, you're going to be walking into these new partnerships, these new collaborations that will really play to your strengths and expand your mind and the idea of what is possible. But you're also being advised here not to get too wrapped up in your ego, because these new partnerships, they're going to be testing you to kind of see where your head lies, where your passions lie. And they're, with the amount of mountains in these cards here, it's also like you're going to have to persevere through these challenges that are set before you, and they'll be watching how you respond to them. But if you can maintain a level head, overall you're going to be celebrating, and there will be a lot of stability in your future here as you build legacy. the legacy that was fated for you here. There's also potentially something about marriage here, because this card does depict a wedding. So overall, very positive energy. Let's see, let's get a plant oracle and then we'll close this out. What plant medicine wants to help the collective move through these energies before they're with this time? That was like half the deck. User error. Specific one tonight. What plant medicine wants to help the collective moving through this energy into this new chapter? Thank you. We have Henbane in reverse. So this is a card of moving through traumas and opening up psychically to the feminine mysteries, tapping into Kundalini energy here. So there may be a need for sacral healing here in order to really birth this new chapter into existence here in a victorious way. Let's see, what else? Because with Rose being here at the bottom of the deck and Bleeding Heart being at the egoic level of this plant deck, it's like you're going back to this Four of Wands with the potential of like a wedding and like partnership being here. The way that you show up in your partnerships, you may still be echoing some of this like broken-hearted energy, because the people who should have had your back in the home life were going against you here. So it's a healing of whatever projections have been sent at your sensuality that are restricting your forward movement, your expansion in this regard, and allowing yourself to grieve what you should have gotten so that you can know what you're looking for in whatever is coming in. Yeah. So that's what I've got for you, collective. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the description box below, check out the links, and book in for the last couple days of that July tarot special that we have going on, and book in your energy healing sessions. And with that, let's ride out, Outlaws.